Hi friends and family, it's Deborah. I just wanted to share with you my favorite plant that we grew this summer. So I'm chilling with my ground cherries. This is the first year that I've gotten it to germinate and grow for me. It seems to like it hot, so that works out well for us here. I am in zone 7A. Our last frost is usually around April the 16th, and our first frost is usually around October 26th. So these are the ground cherries. They're also called Cape gooseberries, not to be confused with actual gooseberries, which are in a different genus called the ribes. It is also called a strawberry tomato, a husk tomato, a golden berry, and in Hawaiian, a poha berry. So that is cool. It is in the genus Physalis, which actually comes from the Greek word for bladder. Interesting. And it's a part of the nightshade family, which is the same as the tomato. There are more than 75 indigenous species in the Americas. And although it is indigenous to the Americas, it is grown in several other tropical regions. And that's part of the reason it's called the Cape gooseberry as one of its names, because it's grown a lot around the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. Very cool. It's similar to the tomato because they're in the same family, and the tomatillo. It's kind of like a tomatillo because it comes in a little husk. And you peel away the husk and you eat the fruit on the inside. And it is so yummy. It kind of tastes like a mix between a strawberry and a pineapple. So it's like tangy and sweet. For me, it's like a fruit. It's so good. It grows in the husk, like I said. And it has been so prolific for us this year. The first year I tried, I couldn't get it to germinate, and I think it was because I wasn't patient enough. It can take a long time to germinate. So how do you grow it? For me, I had to start it inside 8 to 12 weeks before the last frost. So that means I started mine in February, since my last frost is in April. And you can also direct sow it after the last frost, but you might not get as much production because it's just a shorter time frame. And so to germinate, you want to just barely cover it with soil, like 1/8 of an inch deep. I just kind of scratched it around. And you got to keep it moist, because if it dries out, it'll die and it just won't germinate. It can take up to 3 weeks to germinate. That's my mistake that I made the first time, is that I just gave up on it too soon. I said, well, it didn't germinate in the first 10 days, so I'll plant some else in this dirt. Well, keep waiting, it'll germinate. Keep it moist. It's not frost hardy in my zone, so actually we're kind of borderline here, because I've heard that it can be a perennial if your temperature doesn't dip down below 15 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about -9 degrees Celsius. So we're kind of borderline there. Sometimes we get colder than that. So we'll see. I don't know what I'll do with it this year to see. I'll just maybe leave it and see if it makes it through the winter. I don't know. So I sacrificed one of my flowers to show you guys. Look how pretty. It kind of looks like an okra flower. It's so sunny out here, I'm trying to get it. Kind of looks like an okra flower, but teeny tiny. And then these are the seeds that I actually have. I have some from Baker Creek Seeds, rareseeds.com. So that's the Cape gooseberry. It's just different species. And then the Aunt Molly's ground, also from Baker Creek. And then I also had the same Aunt Molly's ground from M.I. Gardner. So last year I did just the Aunt Molly's from both of those seed sellers. And they have done so well. And I have just been collecting and collecting. I got a whole basket full. See? Look at all these. This is one morning at the end or the beginning of August. So that's crazy. So they seem to like it hot, which helps me. So, well, I hope you try them next year. The ground cherries have been our absolute favorite. Adelaide, every time she comes outside, she is looking for more to eat, as are the rest of us. All right, well, happy growing. See you guys later. Happy Monday. Bye.